So did the G7 make progress, Tony? We know that President Biden has threatened, big financial sanctions. It seems like many of the G7 members are on board with that. Are they really getting anywhere?
Well, Kathleen, all of this is kind of an effort to build up sort of a diplomatic front, if you like, against Vladimir Putin and what is believed to be a potential plan to invade Ukraine, as we've been told, at least by Western intelligence and Western officials. So that remains to be seen. I think the purpose of all of this diplomacy and the rhetoric by President Biden and by Secretary of State Blinken is to sort of show Putin that the West, as it's called, is standing up to these threats, and that he will pay a price for it, as they said today, although they did not spell out what exactly the consequences would be, which, on the other hand, isn't surprising because you don't want to give that away ahead of time.
Tony, Vladimir Putin insists that there is nothing to see here in terms of what's going on his side of the Ukrainian border. So what is Russia trying to achieve here exactly?
Well, there's always been a sense that, well-documented sense that Ukraine really should be a part of Russia, or at least, at the very least, that it's a part of the Russian sphere of influence. And the point of view by the G7 and others in the West is that there cannot be spheres of influence. That's not how the world works. And not how we keep peace, if you like, and therefore the entire premise is rejected. Now, Russia argues that there's been NATO encroachment on its, by pumping up its so-called eastern flank. These countries that used to be Warsaw Pact and then joined NATO when the Cold War was over, and there are other Russian grievances, and in the middle of this, if you like, is the Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline, which will send Russian gas to Germany directly, which, among other things, places Germany in a very delicate position at this particular juncture, because the pipeline is finished, and now it's sort of in a kind of administrative limbo. And there is talk, at least from Washington, that the pipeline is sort of in play as part of these efforts to rein in Russia.